All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of our State of Decay 2 Lethal Zone guide. So, literally, as I started this, as you guys have seen, we had a curveball pop up for Up and Adam's stamina and toughness boost, which today we plan on taking on a plague heart. So, perfect timing, guys. Perfect timing. We'll see what the effects are as soon as it goes live. We're going to wait for that to happen. And while we're waiting, we're going to do some last minute shopping. I'm going to go hit up this medical site, clear that out fully, and then maybe like a house or two up here while we're waiting for that curveball to go live. And let's grab some of this stuff. Now, at this point, we got plenty of resources that we can use to hit the heart. So we're going to kind of go, as soon as we're ready to actually go after it, we're going to go.
I have another task for you. Details forthcoming.
That red talent dude really wants me to work with him, doesn't he? You know what? We'll take this car.
Found a couple of things while I was out scavenging.
Well, snacks and painkillers. We'll go over the box, though. We'll pick I'll kind of talk about the gear and equipment that I have. That way you guys can go and look through your box and kind of assess the equipment that you pulled. This is kind of a nasty, nasty area. Right now with that horde. Let's go down to the meds. That area's a little not nice. There's a house on top of the hill here, I think, that we can loot too. Yep, right up there. We don't have to worry about pushing that one over there. Okay, so let's check that curveball too, by the way. All right, so we have higher efficiency from first aid. Suffering a fall, zombie attack, or severe burn is far easier to deal with when you have fighting spirit. Okay, so higher efficiency from first aid. Stamina will drain slower when performing actions. Fatigue will occur at a slower rate. So stamina is king, especially when you're hitting plague hearts. That is probably one of the best curveballs we could have rolled.
Just us in here for now.
For this situation. So let's get this place looted out. I'm not even going to go hit the house right now. We'll go get prepped up, hit a plague heart, and then from there, once we're done with that whole ordeal, we can go ahead and look at doing some looting in the area. So
I've seen it top to bottom.
Right now, we are going to be taking a little bit of a risk with the plague heart, only because I'm not 100% sure that the killing the one heart's not going to wake up the others. I'm going to do it for science. That way we can, assess and see, what is, because if I activate the plague disruptor, I'll never know if I was right or wrong. So we're just going to kind of wing it, see what happens, and then we'll learn from our mistakes. And we'll show you how to, we'll try to get out of it. So, all right, so we drop all this. Go ahead. Got a feral.
Take it down.
All right, well, he just kind of ran up in here. We got a screamer right there too. Just nail these dudes so they don't come near my base. Yeah, but we had guns on us, so the feral comes, just shoot him. Now the thing is if you're not super precise on your headshots, what you can do is as long as you have a semi-automatic weapon, you hit the feral in the body and it will still stun it. Regardless if it'll stop it dead in its track. So hit it in the body, then try to hit it in the head. Hit it in the body, try to hit it in the head. That way you can stop it, stun it, but you got to kind of bam, and just try to shoot center mass, and you'll get your head shots. But don't spam shoot ferals, because when they get hit in the head, there's like a moment of like a split second of invulnerability, so you can't just kind of like bang 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 follow-up shots. It's like you hit them, you got to wait for their like head goes back, and then they like come down like this, and then you can hit them again. But if you shoot them multiple times while they're like in that animation of getting knocked back, they actually don't take any additional headshot damage for whatever reason. Okay, so our boy here, he's all healed up. He's got the M4 actually, which is nice. This is what we're going to take to hit the play cart. Now, the reason why I'm taking him, he has the best traits. We talked about this earlier in the game. His traits just keeps going. So he's great stamina, high pain threshold. You know, he's tanky. He's got more health. And with his good stamina, plus stamina items, plus our stamina boost that we just got from, let me see, from the curveball, we're really, really good, guys. So obviously, going to hit a play cart, I always bring stamina items, because running, moving fast, keeping on the go is going to be your best bet, especially in lethal zone, because when you kill the heart, it doesn't kill the zombies anymore. Every zombie that was there is still going to be there. So stamina items, we're bringing some heals just in case we take some damage. We got guns with a decent bit of ammo in them. I'm going to bring a little bit of extra 9mm, but we're going to swap out this wooden bat. Now, the only melee weapon that you really want to work with in the play cart is a heavy weapon. These are really, really good against the heart themselves. Not so much against the zombies. When it comes to dealing with the zombies at the play cart, I would use things like fire. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're going to craft up a batch of mollies.
Everything around here is running on fumes. We need fuel.
We are running low on fuel. So we'll grab 2 batches of mollies. I'm not going to waste an inventory slot, only bringing 1 fuel bomb. Now, we could bring thermite too to hurt the plague heart, so we'll throw that in our pack. And we have these smoke grenades. Definitely want to bring these. Now, the bare minimum, I would tell you guys, bring guns, ammo, stamina items, heavy weapon, and fire. Definitely want to at least have that. If you didn't get smoke grenades, it is what it is. I'm only going to show you one little phase with the smoke grenades just so you know how to use them. And then make sure you got extra ammo, like I said, for at least one of your guns. This gun has 50 rounds in it, so I don't need to carry any more 5.56. We should be fine. And then fire. The fire is if the zombies start to get really, really thick, and you're having a hard time moving around the play cart, you just kind of use the fire to thin it out. Not for the play cart. These are not for the heart. These are for the heart, the thermite grenades. This is to mask my presence so I can use my melee weapon. And then the gun is to kind of keep ferals off my back if they show up. But this is early game, first play cart. I don't think there will be a feral, but I'm going to plan just in case. All right, so unfortunately it's getting dark. I've always advised people, if you're going to take on play carts, try to do them during the day where you have good visibility, but I don't have 45 minutes to sit here and just wait for daytime to come, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to fuel up.
All this weight's gonna slow me down.
All right, and then... So this play cart here is our goal. Now, when we get down there, one of the things you can do... Well, I'll wait till we get down there so I can showcase. We're going to try to get to the play cart as quiet as possible. Now, you might think, wow, you're about to stir the hornet's nest. What does it matter? If possible, we're going to try to get in here. Triple screamer over there, so we're going to go wide. Okay, car up against something.
Now where's that plague heart hiding?
Okay, so now we got in relatively quiet. Now the thing why I say this is because now what you can do is you can kind of go around. If you had a crossbow especially, it'd be really, really nice. But you can kind of go around and clear this building out of all the zombies, and it gives you an extra, like, let's say 10 seconds with the plague heart by yourself. Now, as you guys know, if you've killed a plague heart before, first phase and third phase are where the plague heart has the most health in between while you're hitting it before it like does its little gas attack. So phase 2 is the easiest one to melee. Okay, so this guy kind of just turned at us. So right now we're just kind of taking our time. We're going to go around, clear out the zombies. That way we can get that little quality time with the plague heart. No, it seems like there's at least one inside. Still. No, 2.
Locked up.
Right, door's locked. Door's locked. Now, one of them jumped through the window on this side, so I know I could go back through that same window without making any noise. Just gotta make sure we find... I don't think it's either of these windows. Didn't he jump through this? So check the back door. It's open.
I've worked in uglier places.
Okay, so heart stirred nearby because we just killed a bunch of zombies outside of stealth, but it doesn't matter because we're about to kill the plague heart anyways. But now, as you can see, building is clear. This will, if you do this quietly, a crossbow is probably your best bet to go around. It will give you, like I said, a few seconds for you to get some hits in with a melee weapon on the plague heart. This is the best way I would tell you guys to get used to meleeing your plague hearts, just in this peaceful time right here. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to pop a stamina item, then we're gonna hit this with melee, and then once I hear a bunch of zombies coming, I'm gonna hit this with thermite. So stamina item, prep our thermite, melee. See how much time we got alone with this? Okay. So now we throw that thermite,
Fire in the hole!
run outside.
That definitely hurt it.
Let that thermite burn, and then you just keep moving. Your goal is to just keep moving. You got that stamina in you. You get close to zombies, just dodge through them. All right, now we're gonna go back through the window. We're gonna throw that other thermite,
And I'm out.
and we keep moving. Let that burn.
I think it's on the ropes.
Phase 2. Okay.
I got nothing left.
Okay, so stamina item's gone. We'll pop another one.
Better
All right.
keep him down.
So now I got that smoke grenade. Pop that. Now what happens with the smoke grenades, you can literally stand in the smoke and the zombies won't they won't hit you. And then we can just go to town with the melee. Now the rest of these zombies, we want to burn them, so we'll throw fire on them. Kill this bloater. And now we're just cleaning up the stragglers. Screamer. Okay, so take a second. I'm going to check the map. Did we wake up another heart? So we didn't. So yes, my observation was correct. As long as the plague heart is not overlapped, the plague heart icon isn't overlapped by the plague territory. 2 plague territories can overlap, but if the plague heart icon itself overlaps, then there'll be an issue. All right, hold on one sec, guys. All right. So now that bootlegger's mission is here, freed up. Okay, so now that we got that heart done, this bootlegger's mission is freed up. We don't have to worry about being in plague territory anymore. We can head over and do that. But first things first, let's get our outpost established, because that's what we've wanted to do this whole time. That was one of the big goals of what we were trying to do. So we're going to move this outpost from here to here. I have a bit of extra influence, so I'm actually going to run both outposts at the same time for right now. If I was in the need for that little bit of influence or something like that, I would probably tear it down. But there's no need right now. So we're going to run 2 food outposts. I'm going to get rid of all this plague heart gear on me. And now we got a nice full... Oh, okay, there actually is a lot of zombies in this building. You can see them all laying on the floor in there. So if you want to make your way through these type of buildings when you know that there's a whole lot of zombies, you can do it with stealth. Crossbow is king, because what you do is you kind of just move slow like this. When you see the zombies, you just hit them. And now when you're using like a suppressed weapon or crossbow, the other zombies won't stand up. Other zombies will still come in though. Let's use the handgun, save my 5.56. Now if you get too close to them, they will jump up at you.
Gotta stay away from that cloud. No more deadheads here.
All right, so building's now clear.
One more outpost is fully operational, but it could be even better if we put some extra work into it.
All right, so we're gonna empty out our inventory of all this plague heart stuff. Go ahead, grab some stamina items, health. I'm gonna rearm my gun with the 9mm bullets. Throw that back on. I'm going to top off the ammo in this right here. Beautiful. Drop that heavy weapon, switch back to a normal. Yeah, we'll go baseball bat. It's fine. Okay, so now we got plenty of space in our bag. Go loot out our plague cart, see what kind of goodies we got. And then we'll go do that mission. So right there, for all those different phases, I showed you a bunch of different ways that you can approach a plague cart. Now, you don't have to change up every phase, do different things. I was kind of just trying to give you guys an example of all the different things you could do. what you can do is, you know how in the beginning I created that moment of quiet for me to go ahead and melee the plague heart in peace. You can do that every phase. You can go, the zombies will spawn in as soon as the plague heart's done making noise. As long as you're not making a ton of noise, shooting guns and making a ton of noise, you won't call in any more zombies other than what's there. So between each phase, take your time, clear everything, then you'll get that couple seconds of peace. Go up, start hitting hard again, it'll phase, make noise, the waves will come in, you can deal with them. So you can do it that way the whole heart. As you guys can see, the middle phase there, because I knew it was the shortest, I was using the napalm grenade or thermite grenades, and then on the last one I popped the smoke grenade, which you can do the whole plague heart with smoke grenades too. Smoke grenades are really good, guys. Very, very powerful. They're underrated as hell because people don't really know what they can do with them. But as you guys can see, you throw them on the ground inside of a plague heart, you get free reign to just stand there and swing. But
Seems like there's not much left.
you can replace any of that, any of those phases with, like, say you had explosives. How I was throwing the thermite. Remember, pop those stamina items. You keep it moving, chat. You keep running, because what happens is you keep the zombies moving. They don't bunch up really in one area, so you keep running around the site. As soon as you feel like you have a little bit of breathing room, you run inside, throw an explosive or two, boom, boom, and keep it moving. And that is going to be the easiest way for you to do plague hearts early on. So now we just got those samples. We got a 22 here and a bag of meds.
Damn, that's heavy.
Okay. So we got some decent stuff. Not the greatest pulls, but it's all right. We're going to go over here. As soon as I drop this gear off, we're going to head over and do that mission. We could leave the car right there for right now. I don't want to make a ton of noise driving around. There's screamers in the area, and I don't want to fight until I get over to the mission site. I will store the ruck in the car, though. I'm going to bring fire with me because generally when you meet the survivor to save them, they're like surrounded by zombies. So we got plenty of ammo in our guns if we really need to shoot. But my main goal, maybe throw one molly and melee the rest of them. Try to keep your ammo for plague hearts. Now, another question that comes up all the time, especially in these guides, people ask me in the comments, they'll say, hey man, what's the best gun in the game? Like, what do you think the best gun in the game is? And my answer to that is always the same. I think the best gun in the game is the gun that you can suppress and you have the most ammo for. It's that simple, guys. Especially when you're playing a fresh start lethal game like this, ammo or guns in State of Decay really don't matter all that much. Low caliber guns like 9mm, 22, 45, those guns are probably better in my opinion because the ammo's cheaper in the lethal zone sense to craft. But the only time caliber matters is if you're fighting something like a juggernaut. Okay, so the survivor's just standing here. They don't even need to be saved. Nope, where'd they go? There they are.
No!
Hold him off, I'm coming.
All right, so
Okay, I'm gonna get you back home.
Don't even know what to say. Thank you.
while we're here,
Don't mention it.
we could loot this place up. We got space in our backpack, why not? Have her watch our back.
Could be worse.
And our
By the
survivor's getting
smell,
tired.
There's either a slaughterhouse or a plague heart nearby. I'm betting it's the latter.
Shovel.
Well, better move on.
And we're gonna loot out this area later on once we get this mission and stuff done. We now created a knife safe spot. We got an outpost down here where we can shuttle all of our loot to. So everything's gonna be smooth sound. I'm gonna nail this screamer though. There's no reason to just let him just keep chilling there. Take care of him. He's really not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so we got to see where she even wants to go. I don't know where her base is. I could tell it's down that way. Generally, I think this enclave likes to park themselves right on the corner here. Sometimes it's here in this shed, but yeah, it's right here. This is good. We got a lot of allies in this area right now. Now they're gonna break. You could keep them as an ally. They become the booze makers, or you could break their enclave down and you get to recruit all 3 survivors. So it kind of depends on what your goal is. Right now, I'm gonna kind of let them hang out. We do need a chemist. So once they're established, I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna see if any of these people in here have no fifth skill, and those might be somebody I look forward to recruiting more than these guys. But the more trade partners, the better. As you guys can see, we've been making some pretty good progress so far in this playthrough because of our trade partners.
Careful, Juggernaut here.
But where we're going right now, I'm gonna swap my survivor out because he's tired. Where we're headed at right now to drop her off is in plague territory. So now we got to keep in mind, we just got to be careful. We don't want to go wild and kill zombies, and we don't want to wake up any hearts. We have the map under control right now. We're making good progress. So let's just stay patient and vigilant. I'll keep the mollies on me just in case. Well, doesn't matter because I got to swap survivors. Give him this for base defense. And we'll let Kim go.
That's a freak, for sure.
Now, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to grab some stuff I want to sell. I don't know if I could trade with her yet. Yep, I can, actually.
We're open to a swap if you are.
Sure, why not?
So right now, we could kind of take advantage that we have her with us, and we could have her just stand here at our supply locker. We can go through, see if there's any garbage that we want to get rid of. No, but looking at these, this is one thing I'm really bad with this type of stuff myself, guys, is maintaining like buffs, having my base working instead of just sitting there doing nothing, just have it doing stuff. Generating resources, like if you have extra resources, you can have your base making ammo for you. You can have your base making medicine for you. You know what I mean? You can have your base making food for you. There's tons of things that you can do. Get the water turned on here. I think I don't know if this will give me a morale boost. I don't think so. But there's a lot of things that you can do in your base just passively. Just have it working for you while you're out and about. And I'm actually quite bad at that. I try to remember as much as I can, but you know, streaming and making video, my mind's like all over the place. But we should be salvaging these weapon remains. It's just free parts, because you can't spend it like in this form, so you got to break it down. But outside of that, the rest of this we need. We need all this stuff for the most part. And these weapons I'm gonna break down for parts. This knife we can sell, and that we need all that, so we can just sell our knife.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, I guess so.
All right, let's head out. But you see how much chiller this area is now that we got our outposts and everything here. If we wanted to, if it was, we could activate outpost traps. That way it'll extend the circle out a little more. And if we run into trouble while we're trying to loot or do whatever, Juggernaut comes after us, whatever, we can activate outpost traps and nothing, we're untouchable for the most part. But I'm gonna wait till later on once we start looting to, you know, even think about doing stuff like that. Now we're gonna watch for those screamers on the road. Heading into a new territory.
Too many zombies headed this way fast.
Now you can go up and over the hill right there, but I want to make sure I can see what's in front of me. If there's any screamers or anything like that. Anytime I see huge hordes, I always slow down a bit. Cut through right here. Okay, so I actually went one house too far.
Step on it, will you?
Now what we do is we come in here and we'll let the Enclave start working on the zombies that we just aggroed. That way we don't have to worry about waking up the heart. So the AI kills don't count for you towards waking up plague hearts. High temperature zombies, new curveball. Gotta look into that.
I'll make it up to you if I can.
Okay. Mission complete. 200 influence. We got a new Enclave over here. Ooh, and another plague heart that we just scouted. Now, these two are kind of close together, but it still doesn't seem like they're in each other's territory, so I don't know if we have to worry about those two or not. This is that red talon message. Let me see, where is that? Yeah, he's way up there. That ain't happening. That is not something we're going to mess around with. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to come over to this Enclave. We're going to see if they have any survivors that we potentially want to recruit, because we need to start thinking the future, moving to a new base. We're going to need more survivors. We're going to have to build up our group, get more fifth skills that we need. So there's many of different ways you can build up your community, and I'm gonna teach you every way right now. So we can recruit from Enclaves. Allies communities are best because you can recruit for free. Friendly, you have to pay $750, and then groups that are neutral are $1,500. Now, the bootleggers here, I can't recruit from them because they're a story Enclave, but like I said, if you cancel their Enclave mission, you get to recruit the whole group all at once. So, but that's a lot to take on. You got to remember, like, yes, that does sound good. That sounds like a nice, you know, plan. 3 free new survivors, but that's 3 more mouths you have to feed all at once. You're literally doubling the size of your group instantly. That's 6 more food going out. That's a very, very big hit, especially right now. You know, could you imagine going up to 8 food a day? Like, that's, and I'm already running 2 food outposts. That's a lot to try to counter. So be careful with how many people you take on, because yeah, you can go around and recruit as many people as you want, but make sure that you can sustain the outs, how much you got to pay to keep all these survivors going. But these overheating plague zombies are a chance to grab more plague samples. Ooh, where is that active? It's in a shitty spot. That's a really cool mission, though. That would be a good chance for you to go down and get your hands on some extra samples.
Hey there.
But they're more infectious, so you got to be careful in this area. You'll take more plague damage. So yeah, you do get more plague sample drops. But obviously there's a risk to it, and it's in a shitty area that I'm not really trying to go in right now, so we'll let that one be for now. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kind of spend the rest of the night. We need fuel. I'm looking at my numbers. Fuel, meds. We should probably look into upping that. Now there really isn't any fuel in town here, as you can see. I know there was a fuel ruck we found here that I didn't grab. So I'm going to try to grab that on my way back in, and then we're going to kind of spend a little time. I can get meds out of here, looting out town until sunrise, and then then we'll go from there. Again, we got meds in the trunk.
Too many plague zombies in this part of town.
So yes, you definitely always approach State of Decay like build up and spend, build up and spend. In between play cards, that's your time to go around, build up, make sure you're doing missions, building up more resources, things like that. We could also get fuel out of there, but it's a heart. Damn, so you can see the hearts, the spawns are already picking up quite a bit. Got a juggernaut in this area. I was supposed to grab that other fuel rock, but there was a lot of zombies in the AO. Let me see if I can come backside. I generally don't like to park out in the open like that, but that was about the only way I could park right now without having to deal with tons of zombies. Now, it sounds like there actually is zombies either coming down this middle section here or inside. I think they're inside. So zombie screamed. Wait and see what kind of damage that brings in. Now, moments like this, distraction items could be really nice. If I had some firecrackers or something, I could whip out, try to get the zombies away from the shed. That way I could go and grab what I need to grab and then go. But we're going to kind of wait, let these zombies spread out. And then see if we can get behind and stealth kill a bunch of them. I do got the gun, so we could shoot a few of them if need be. But as you can see, they're starting to spread out a little bit. We should be able to isolate them. I think they're all out of the shed. Except this guy.
It looks okay, but with a play cart nearby, no place can really be secure.
But it's just small, simple things like that. You know, you aggro a bunch of zombies, just break line of sight, lay low for a sec, let the zombies kind of move and spread back out and then go back in. You know what I mean? You don't have to panic and get into this huge fight, because what would have happened is if I would have fought all the zombies there, I would have woke up the play cart. It would have been a huge thing, because all the every single kill outside of stealth would have went towards waking up the heart, and it would have just been a big mess. You know what I mean? So I knew once I opened that door,
This is a load and a
all the
half.
zombies inside were going to come out. So I kind of just whipped around the side of the building real quick. Feral. Now this, we're just going to get in the car and run. Now, when it comes to being chased by a feral,
So tired.
go in through your passenger side door. Because what he's going to do is he'll jump on that side, or he'll just stand there like that, and it'll get you a chance to go in. But if I would have went in my driver's side door, he would have ran at it and potentially smashed into it. So try to go around the car, let the feral go around that side, and then you just go through and drive through. All right, we're going to drop this stuff off at base real quick, and then we're going to come back down and start looting. I'm going to probably set outpost traps. I don't know. I got to check. My fuel is quite low right now, so I don't know if I really want to spend fuel.
Delivery's here.
Yeah, if you're in a situation where your fuel is a bit better than mine, I would probably go ahead and activate traps here. That way you can just start fast searching. You don't even got to worry about anything. Zombies come, you just run into your traps. Boom, 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 boom. They blow up and you just keep it moving. But as of right now, my fuel numbers are just not where I want them to be. I want at least 2 more rucks in my... Well, a lot. But we're going to hit these buildings here, guys. We're going to hit this whole line of buildings here. See if we can get some new trade items to sell enclaves in the morning. Get some rucksacks. Because maybe we'll find, maybe my trade partners have some fuel we could buy. I'm gonna empty this trunk real quick. It's gonna bother me. Screamer coming. I can see him, so we're just gonna take care of him real quick. Whole horde is just the 2? Just the 2. Arts. Now, I said I wanted to check my enclaves. See what kind of survivors. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, so here we go. First. Now, realistically, I just took a pretty big risk there getting in my car. But this Juggernaut, I don't want him to kill the Enclave. So we're going to kill him with the car. If this car wants to hurt him. This is where the outpost traps would be nice. Okay, we got a good hit there. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm backing into the Juggernaut with the back of the car. Early game, Juggernauts are very, very tanky. If you really need to kill one, Hadouken! Pulling in front and then hit him with the back of your car like that is the best way to deal with them. Because the car won't take any engine damage. And Juggernaut's dead. Usually I would have just left. I wouldn't have worried about the Juggy. But I didn't want him to get into the Enclave and rip them guys apart. The survivors have a really, really hard time against Juggernauts. Now, because we're outside of Plague territory, we can just fight these dudes, get some XP. Now, we know we're about to go down there and loot. I can hear a horde, which kind of sucks.
Hey, good looking.
Okay, so let's see. She is music. No, thank you.
Good to see ya.
No fifth. So, and resourcefulness. So he's a good candidate to train as a chemist.
Hey.
Same here. No fifth. So we got 2 survivors out of this group here. Okay, my weapon remains are done, so we can do another round. Now, you got to be careful, though, killing the Juggernauts with the car, guys, because, you know, there's a lot of times it goes super, super smooth. It just goes off without a hitch. You hit him a couple times, boom, he dies. Sometimes it could take like 20 plus hits, legit. But if you make even the slightest mistake and you don't spin properly, or you hit him at a bad angle, and like the side of your car or even like this area of the car hits him, you can blow your car up instantly. Just boom, it'll just be done. I can't tell you how many times you guys, if you've watched my channel for a while, you've probably seen it on live. So many times I've blown up my car trying to back into the juggernauts just because you hit them at a bad angle. So it does take practice, some getting used to, but it is definitely very, very effective. So we're gonna park my car over here. So this is what we're going to dump our rucksacks in. Everything else is going to go inside the outpost. So now that we're in kind of the comfort of our own, as long as we don't get super, super overwhelmed by zombies, we can just kind of fight every zombie we see just to get some XP, because you do want combat, guys. Obviously, you want to rank up your fighting skills and stuff like that, because it raises your health. It makes your survivors just better. And, we obviously all want to kill some zombies sometimes. Playing passive the whole time is, not very fun. And it does kind of keep your survivors on the back foot. So just watch your stamina. Yeah, we'll just start clearing out these buildings.
We've got a Z or two to kill.
Took a scratch there. Sounds like more than... Whoop. All right, so we are back, guys. I had a crash. It's crazy because I've played State of Decay for so many years, and
These are still around somewhere.
the only time this game would ever crash for me is when I was playing with mods, and it would crash for obvious reasons. But it's always been one of the most stable games I've ever played, honestly. But ever since the curveball update, there has been instances now where I'll get a crash here and there. But it's not a big deal. It is what it is. So let's keep going. We'll do what we were doing. Nice. So we maxed out wits there, which we can go ahead and no stealth. So if I can't get stealth, discipline is pretty good. Gives you increased stamina, light encumbrance, weapon durability. Resourcefulness also gives you increased carrying capacity. Allows you to carry. It gives you a third slot. And you get better crossbow bolt recovery. So we're gonna go with resourcefulness for right now. We now got an extra item slot, which is nice. And this site is looted out.
Must be my lucky day. Stay together. These are still out there somewhere.
Some hidden loot. We're gonna head out there now and grab it. That's gonna be noisy. Hope they don't draw too much attention to the base.
Nice.
Scavenger hunt. The community is growing restless and wants to leave the base to grab some supplies. So we're making more noise, but they'll find more loot. That is not a bad curveball at all. Base noise doesn't really matter right now because I don't have any infestations. We've been doing a good job keeping your play. As long as you don't wake up, keep any. As long as you keep it so no play cards are awake, noise really won't matter to you. But if you do have a bunch of play cards awake, having all that noise will make it so you just constantly have infestations moving around even more and more. But right now our map is nice and calm. Now, say you are playing, right? I've had plenty of close calls in this playthrough already that you guys have seen where I have almost woken up play cards. Say in your game you did wake up a play card. You're like, well, what do I do? Remember how I just focused down that play cart and I was, whoa, daytime lights turn off.
I do not want that feral tackling me.
What you're gonna do is, when it comes to choosing what play cart you're gonna go after first, I chose this one for outpost reasons. But say you woke up this one. My first play cart would have been that one. I would have targeted that one first, because you probably would have some infestations around. Targeting that play cart first, instead it would have made it so you don't have to go on and clear those infestations. Once you kill the play cart, all the infestations will slowly whittle away on their own. So that's what I would have done. If I would have woke up a heart, I would have focused that one down first. That would have been my focal point. And then I would have worked from there. Now, say that heart was overlapping with another one. You know, oh man, well, if I killed that heart, it would have just woke up another one. At that point, I would have gotten the cell tower. I would have activated the plague disruptor, went and killed the plague heart that was awake, and then went from there. So if you are in that situation, you're like, well, dude, my playthrough is a bit different than here because I woke up a heart. What do I do? That's what I would do. When it comes to taking out plague hearts, the ones that you woke up are going to be your primary targets. That's what you're going to focus on first. Now there's a feral on the backside here, so we'll keep him in mind while we're looting. Right over here somewhere. Now, like, yep, he's right there. He should be far enough away that we don't have to worry about him.
You're not alone in here.
Okay, so we're actually getting some good stuff we could sell too. Enclave's just got their new inventories.
Oh, nuts. Of course it's locked.
Try the back door. I could just smash it down, but I don't. The feral is right over there, so there's a chance if he gets too close, he could hear it. But try the back door. We're in quiet.
No worries. Well, look at that.
Now this right here is just called blanket looting. I do this from time to time, especially when I'm kind of just trying to get stuff to sell. Loose ammo, just kind of build up, general build up. That's what I do. This blanket looting where you're just going around, you're hitting every possible spot, you're just clearing them down to
I
nothing.
don't get why everybody's so fixated on the big reason for why zombies exist. It's not like knowing would make it easier to kill them, right?
But then you also have my primary go-to style of looting, which is target looting, which is saying I need this, this, and this, and then going and looking for those specific items. A lot of people, I've said this in my new player guide, a lot of people have a hard time separating the two. And that's one thing that you definitely want to get good at in Lethal Zone, especially early in the game, is don't just blanket loot, because it takes a lot of time. Like, I've already been spending, like, what, 15 minutes, and I've only made it through a couple buildings. Blanket looting, you know, you got to make multiple trips, and you're not necessarily gaining things that you need. So if you're like, oh, I want to go kill this plague heart, I need fuel, and then you go out and you blanket loot every building in the area, and there was only one fuel site, it just doesn't work out very well. It's not ideal, it's not efficient. So if I'm in my head, I'm like, I need fuel, which I do right now. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna say, okay, I need fuel. I'm gonna go hit this gas station, then I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna hit the shed here, and I'm gonna hit the site here. Boom, that's 3 fuel rucksacks that I should potentially be able to get my hands on, and then boom, I go and I do it. You know what I mean? That's target looting. I know I have a goal, I need something, I'm gonna go get it, that specifically. But then you also have blanket looting. There's a time and a place for both. Right now, like I said, I'm on a general build-up. Do need to get fuel, so we're gonna target loot that after this, clearing out this little section here. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know the differences between the different loot styles. And I wanted to go hit some enclaves up and see if they had any rucksacks for sale.
If I take out the nearest plague cart, this might clear up.
Okay, so sometimes the third container, yep, is up on the roof there. Heard a screamer somewhere. Now, because this is still the edge of plague territory, you want to be careful. Horde going down the road there.
There's bound to be better places down the road.
How about a hand? We could use some help over here.
What group is that? Oh, finally they asked me for something. Holy crap, dude. They want medicine. I have a bag right here. We can afford it to give it to them. I was wondering when, because these guys never reached out for their allied mission. But they finally did. And I got the extra resources. We'll run it up. They're right here. Pop this bloater. And yeah, get these guys allied. See what kind of bonus we get from them. And now if we wanted to recruit from them, it's going to be free.
Good deal. Thanks. See you again real soon.
All right. So we got encouragement, which is a good stamina. That's actually one of the things you need if you wanted to play like a solo survival type of deal. The words of encouragement is pretty mandatory. But if your survivors get tired, you can phone up that enclave and it'll fill their stamina bar back up.
Of course it's locked.
So there's that horde on the backside here. Let me try to...
Yikes, too loud.
Okay, so they were far enough away. Yeah, we're good. We're in the clear. Just wanted to make sure we weren't pulling a horde down on us. That screamer does sound like it's making its way towards me. Cooking book.
Just us in here for now.
So my cook, if you already have somebody with a... Yep, that screamer's moving. Probably heard the door. Wow, not bad. But if you already have a 5th skill and you find an extra book for it, you can have your survivor read it and it'll automatically just give them extra stars.
No stones left unturned.
Or you can hold on to it, just in case, you know, you're worried that he's going to die or something like that. And then you can use it to, let me clear the screamer off. There it is. So we're actually finding some decent stuff. Like little knickknacks, skill books, crafting items, sellable items. Okay, so those parts are done. I don't think I have any more to salvage. Nope. But we do have a decent bit of, like, let me see. How much does it cost to, like, generate ammo? Just craft ammo. 60 parts. I'm not going to waste my parts on that right now.
good folks willing to work hard to rebuild this land. If that sounds like you, then I suggest you pack up your stuff and join us here. There's plenty to live for in Trumbull Valley.
Someone was sorry to lose this.
Sure,
Nice.
it's quiet in here. Nothing left to see here.
All right. Okay, so we got 2 more spots that we can hit. So my people are finding stuff left and right, which is nice. That curveball's paying off. No bad curveballs really pushing. These are 2 decent ones. Okay, so going into the Seconds auto repair shop, that place, it loves to spawn zombies. So just watch yourself going into there. See, we got a bunch of zombies out front, but this is a pretty peaceful area. We'll just fight them. Got no reason to waste ammo.
I can't keep this up. I need a break.
I feel like that it's one of those habits that you got to learn to break too as a player in State of Decay. Is back in the day, guys, I would shoot everything. It was like a I don't know, it's almost like an instinct. I would just see something, I'd just shoot it. Just walk around, shoot it. Walk around, shoot it. And before you know, I got 45 rounds in my gun right now. After 20 minutes of that, you're literally spitting out like 3 rounds. You're almost out of bullets, and you're just like, damn, what the hell happened to all my bullets? And you just shot them for no reason. You just damaged the shit out of your gun. Let me check the durability. So this one's 17, 14. My gun durability is pretty decent. Melee weapon durability, 39. But yeah, you sit there and you just shoot. You don't really pay attention. And the costs build up quick, and it's stuff that you just don't necessarily think about. The ammo cost, the durability cost to keep those guns and weapons maintained. So we see how we're on the edge of plague territory right here. If I killed more zombies, this will count towards waking up the heart. So we want to stay out of that. Now there was a juggernaut up over here, so we got to kind of operate quietly. Now, boom. So this place loves to spawn zombies. Now, a crossbow right now would be king. So you just sit here and just pick these dudes off. But we still do not have one. This is probably the longest I've gone in a playthrough without a crossbow before. Well, a good crossbow. Now, what we can do is we can use our gun. But I don't want to waste my 45 or my 9mm. So what we're going to do is we'll go grab a bit of a quieter gun. The closest thing to silent that you can get in the game. Now, a little combat tip for you guys. You probably notice what I do a lot is when the zombies first come at me, I always dodge initially. Like I hit you don't hit any directional buttons. You just hit the dodge button. When they go to swing, your character will jump back and then I counterattack. Because a lot of the times, if you try to hit the zombie as they're coming at you and they're hitting, a lot of the times they get their hit off first. So what I do is I just initially wait, they'll let them come close, and then I hit them with a counterattack. And most of the time, the counterattack will actually knock them on the ground, and then you just run up and execute them.
Nice.
People are finding food and stuff. This is great, guys. This is really, really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the suppressor off of this 9mm. We'll store that up. We'll grab this 22. I'll throw the suppressor on the 22. Now, a suppressed 22 in this game, guys, they are very quiet guns because a 22, even without a suppressor, is actually surprisingly quiet. You look at the quietness on it, that's almost maxed out. Even though the quietness on this one is pretty high, too. I've had a lot of good luck with the 22, but I have extra ammo for it. We're going to use that to clear out the seconds. Get close, crouch down. And we're just looking for the zombies on the ground. Now, me walking away might have despawned these guys, actually. Or that's them.
I think we've got the place to ourselves.
Look at that. Well, if they didn't despawn or get up and walk outside, what you do is you kind of just come here with this gun, get low, and then you just do the same thing I did on the inside there. You just start picking them off. Nice.
Very worth taking.
All right, so we got a repair kit out of this. We've got some trade partners that we can go sell with. Sell with your allies before you sell with anybody else. Your allies will give you the best prices. Even over your friendly guys.
Ugh! Bloater!
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go get our car, grab any items I want to sell. We'll make a round. I don't think I got much to sell. But we got a lot of the town cleared out, which is nice. We still got, as you can see, we still got a few knick-knack buildings here that we could go clear out and get some little sell items, but I'm not too focused on that right now. Now, what I could be doing actually is I got a crappy suppressor on this improvised, or on this handgun. What I could have done is I could have took the better suppressor off my M4 because I'm not using it, and then put that on here instead, and my gun would take way less damage. That's actually what I'm going to do. I know it's on him. He has the M4 on him. And he's just using it for base defense. It has an advanced suppressor, which is the highest tier suppressor in the game. So we'll go ahead, take the suppressor off, store it. We'll swap back to Kim. And then we'll go out and just... Because there's nothing wrong with the suppressor I had. It's just... it ain't it. And then boom. So let me store that. And now we have the highest tier suppressor on this pistol. Gun will take way less damage. All right, so we got that done. Let's see what we ended up getting for sale. Okay, we got a couple things. I'm going to sell the sanitizing machine. You could use it to help with, like, whittling down, like when you before you get blood plague, your white bar, it just gets rid of that faster. I don't feel like it's slow in the first place, especially if I'm off of a survivor. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal to have to install something like that. I feel that if you put a person in a plague bed, you can literally just take your survivors, put them in a plague bed, and it gets rid of the plague on them pretty quick already. So having a specific mod to focus in on that feature, I wouldn't say is all that useful. So I just sell them, in my opinion. They're not worth it. Let's go. She's actually getting tired, so we're gonna sell, and then we're not gonna fight though. But I'm gonna try to see if these guys have any rucksacks for sale. Now that bloater in the road there, take it out, because what ends up happening is that bloater's gonna hang out there for a while, and you're gonna come whipping through here one time on your way back to base or something, and you're gonna forget that he was there, and you're gonna hit it. So just get rid of it. We'll go to this enclave down here first.
Plague territory. Gotta stay on my toes.
Of course, right as I hit him, I entered plague territory.
Hey, you, what's up?
So, you want to make a deal?
Okay.
So they got
I guess
mats.
so.
So we actually made a good bit of influence off that group there. So right now what we're doing is we're kind of just swinging by all our trade partners, seeing what they have for sale. Screamer, so we want to make sure he doesn't aggro. Let the Enclave do their thing.
It's good to see you alive.
So, you want to make a deal?
Yeah, sure.
So this gun is not bad, but the problem with this version of the Soviet PPSH is it has a built-in muzzle brake, so you can't ever suppress it. That's my problem with that gun. This is actually a pretty decent sniper. And then a custom AK. No guns that I want. I was thinking about maybe grabbing this 9mm. It's only 60. There's one influence for one bullet, which is pretty decent price. And the same thing with this 22. A lot of times they'll charge you about 2 to 3 influence per bullet, normal Enclave. So 1 for 1 isn't bad, especially when you're sitting on that much influence. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna grab both of those stacks. You can see how expensive that is. That 50 cal, that shit's very expensive. But they had some ammo for sale, so we'll grab that. And now this is the economy in Lethal Zone, and this is one of the things that a lot of players have a hard time with when Lethal Zone first came out, was so many people were so used to just going out and looting everything they needed, not having any issues, finding stuff, because the maps were just so saturated with loot. We're going to go this way so we don't aggro that Screamer. That when Lethal came out, and it was like, oh, wait, what do you mean I can't solely survive off of looting? It's like, now you have to kind of think out of the box and gather resources other ways.
Hey, yo, this is your neighbor just down the way. You mind helping us out real quick?
Damn. So to maintain their ally status, we got to give them fuel. That kind of sucks. Now Farrell's gonna come over here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of ISO him. 1, 2, 3. Farrell's running a straight line, guys. All these zombies are coming. We're outside of plague territory anyway, so. Now,
I'm out of gas.
one thing I need to be aware of is she's tired, so you see how fast her stamina's going down?
That is one nasty clown.
Take care of the bloater.
How are you?
Let's see what you got.
Okay.
They got food and ammo and energy drinks. So definitely buy the energy drinks. And I'll buy the food. We could use the food. There's not a whole lot of it in my area.
If you are.
All right.
The ammo, like, could I use it? Yeah, but am I really gonna craft anything with it right now? No. definitely not. So yeah, when it comes to ferals, guys, we haven't really... I have feral guides on my channel. I've talked about it plenty of times in other videos too. But the initial thing with ferals, when they show up, you just kind of want to stay calm. If there's a lot of zombies around and the feral, what you need to do is you need to try to separate the feral from the zombies. Now, if you just run away, pop a stamina item and keep running, the feral is very fast. So it's going to keep up with you. But the rest of the zombies are going to lag behind. And what that does is it gives you a chance for you to create a situation where it's you 1v1 with the feral. Now, if you just want to get away from the feral, the best thing for you to do is start cutting through buildings, zigzag through buildings, jump through windows, go through houses, and eventually the feral will get hung up on stuff, and you just got to keep it moving. Definitely do that if you run into triple ferals. You just want to go. Don't stop. Run through buildings, throw fire behind you on the ground. That way when the feral runs through it, he stops and rolls and you just keep running. So early game right now, if you're having issues with ferals, make sure one of the items you need to just constantly have on you is fire. Just always have fire on you. If you get jumped by a feral, you can shoot him, stun him, or you can just throw the fire, like look backwards like this, because wherever you're looking in State of Decay, that is the direction you're going to throw your throwable. So what you do is you run away like this, look back at the feral as he's coming at you, and then throw your Molotov behind you. Your survival kind of whip up behind him on the ground. It'll light it up, and the feral will start rolling. At that point, you can sit there and start shooting it. But if you're just worried, just keep running. Get into your car and take off. Run it over. Do whatever you need to do. Okay, so looking at the map, we made some good progress right now. We got this enclave set up. We got our plague heart done. Goal wise, we need fuel. So I know we're gonna start off by hitting this location. Get the ruck out of there. There's an ammo shed over here that we can hit too. Has some loose bullets and stuff like that. But yeah, we can hit this gas station, this fuel tanker, and this shed, and try to see if we can get some rucksacks. There's also a car over here. And now we need to start thinking about what can we do, like to start recruiting people. And I'm thinking about breaking down this enclave because their bonus isn't as benefit. I still haven't checked out combat resupply. We got to see what that one is. But I'm thinking that we might recruit from this group, get us one more survivor. We can afford one more right now, food wise. And then we'll be set up to move. Well, I think we need one more after that. Yeah, five for the mid-tier bases, right? 6 for that one. So if we want to move into a bigger base at some point, we're going to need at least 5 or 6 survivors. Don't rush, guys. You don't have, if you know your goal is to move into like a 5 or 6 person base, don't move into this one, because this base is actually a downgrade from this base. The only thing you gain is a large facility slot, which we don't need. A lot of the times in the game, large facility slots are more for the end game. You're not going to use it. You're just going to move in there and you're going to lose a ton, because this base here has, you know, the 3 small slots, which is more that we're not even using our 3rd small slot yet. It has the built-in kitchen, and then it has 8 beds. I think it's 8, right? 8 or 6. 6. Okay, 6 beds. So this place can sleep up to 6 survivors base.
You got a minute to chat?
Yeah,
So,
okay.
So we got another curveball cooking up. So we're going to save that, guys. But next episode, we'll start right here in our outpost. We're going to head out. We're going to get that fuel. I'm going to drop off a wreck to these guys. One of the 3 that we hopefully get, I'll give to these guys because I do want to maintain their partnership. And then we'll go see what this curveball is all about. And we got to come up with a plan to start whittling away at some more play cards. And yeah, so thank you guys again. I appreciate the love, the support. I hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I hope you guys are learning something. And yeah, again, if you want more, just smash that like button, subscribe. And if let me know in the comments. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. And yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.